Welcome to Sovereign Citizen Legal Encounters. All right, today we got a good one because it's going to be a little drama in this court hearing where two people are going back and forth over some party venue type of thing where the balloons got taken out of the building before they were put on the table. You'll find out when you go in here, but it's going to be a good one. So get your snacks, get everything together, but we're about to go in. Before we get started, today's sponsor is Aura, and I'm going to show you why I use them to protect my data and my computer. Aura is an all-in-one digital solution that gives me peace of mind online. It protects my personal information, secures my devices with antivirus and VPN, and even scrubs my data off broker sites automatically. Data brokers collect your personal details, bundle them into profiles, and sell them to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers, all without your permission. Data brokers are required legally to remove your information when you ask, but they make the process so confusing and time-consuming, most people give up. That's why I use Aura. They automatically submit removal requests to those sites and follow up to keep your data off. And one of the greatest points that I see is that they have parental control to manage your kids' screen time and get alerts about risky behavior. All of it in one app. Try Aura for free for 14 days by going to aura.com/sovereign citizen encounters or click the link in the description.
That case finally got over. Huh? What? Is this bad?
No.
Ma'am, I keep muting you on that iPhone, and you're using profanity in the background. I keep muting you, trying to help you out. Okay, you're walking around complaining that you aren't on yet, ma'am, with the black top on, blonde hair, black top. I mean, you're not gonna say anything now. How about Mary Davis Taylor versus Rashinda Bashir? Right on that matter.
Rashida Bashir.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no
ma'am.
problem.
Do I have Mary Davis Taylor?
Yeah, I'm here.
Right down. Oh, right next. There you go, ma'am. Gotcha. Let's see. Is there a written contract between the two of you? I looked at the file earlier, but I don't see a written agreement. Was there any kind of a?
Yes, I have an invoice that I can send in.
We can sure try it again. Is it? I do have it. What I have in the file from, I guess Miss Davis Taylor is from St. George Banquet Center. But is there another agreement between the two of you?
Yes, I have the invoice
You do have that? Okay.
that was sent for service. I don't have anything to do with the St. George.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because that's not really the parties involved in this. So,
No.
if you could, we'll try it again. The other one, I didn't get the invoice. I got a lot of documents from him, but not the
Okay.
invoice. If you could, you need that email address again?
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to
Okay.
say that
Sure.
I have included pictures of the agreement. It's picture number 29 and 30.
We may be in for a long one.
In one of the pictures?
Yes, it's picture number 29 and 30.
Okay, well, ma'am, why don't you send it over anyways, just in case? If you've got it there too, we'll compare them.
Okay.
It's the email address is, yeah. You could do that for me, and I'll get that. And let me see what I got with respect the pictures here. Maybe it's on there too. I did get, ma'am, Miss Davis Taylor, I've got
I know.
sent me a whole bunch of pictures. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see if I can find that.
So 29 and 30 would be pictures of the agreement.
Oh, okay. 9 and 30. Okay, looks like I got those two. So at least I've got a little bit of both. We'll back up one and the other there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll keep those out. The 29 and 30 will be just kind of left out for me. And it looks like it's it says level up event decor on it. Is that
Yes.
right? For both
Yes.
of you? Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, the last name is pronounced Bashir? Rashida?
Bashir. Yes.
Bashir? Okay. Did you send that by chance too?
Pardon?
Did you get it sent already?
I'm sending it now. I'm putting the email in now.
Okay. And I think yours is going to be a little bit more lengthy for both of you. Let me grab that document. for both of you, just so I have everything. And then do I have Diane Carroll and April French still here too?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, what's your name?
April French.
You're the one with the bad mouth.
Huh?
It wasn't intended for this.
Well, I kept muting you and you kept on muting
Oh,
and I'm getting all this
I'm sorry. I
not
apologize.
good language. Doesn't help you very much. All right, well let's get started. Our darn system must be slow, Miss Bashir. I don't doubt you sent it, but let's get started. And I do have the photos at least. We'll
I,
use try to work
I'll
through it.
resend it again.
Yeah, I don't think it's your end, but I appreciate it. But I think it's the county. I think it's our for some reason it's running really slow.
Okay.
Um, let's kind of get started for both of you. Why don't both of you raise your right hands, Miss Davis Taylor and Miss Bashir? There you go. Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
I do.
Yes.
Okay. Um, Miss Davis Taylor, this is your claim
Mhm.
for services not provided on a retirement party, looks like.
Yes.
And I did pull out the exhibits 29 and 30, the two photos of that for you. I was also received in the file, I've got St. George Banquet Center. I don't know that that's significant per se. Is that how somehow tied into this?
It was only significant in the fact that I rented the hall from
The
8
hall.
a.m. that morning.
Okay.
That was all that was for. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So if it becomes significant, I do have it, but I don't think it would be relevant really.
Okay.
And so you hired Rashida Bashir to do, um, I guess the decorations for you. Is that what
Yes.
it is? Okay.
Yes.
And was there anything signed, or is this the agreement that on these
No.
two photos?
No, there wasn't nothing signed. That was the agreement, and then it just explained how I was supposed to make the payments, and the
Yeah.
payments were made through Zelle, and you have those as well. Um, Pictures number 31 and 32 are pictures of my payments that went to from Zelle to her.
Okay. 31 and 32 are payments. Let's
Yes.
I guess I don't know that Miss Bashir, are you complaining that you did not receive payments at all?
No, no,
Okay, so we got
yeah,
payments. Okay,
yes,
so
it's
we're just
paid in full. It was paid in
okay.
full.
So why don't you Miss Davis Taylor, help me out with what you did not receive. I know it was $1,800 agreement,
Yes.
and then there's a list of items, and I kind of went through them a little bit.
Um,
What items were not did you not get?
um, the welcome sign was mediocre at best. I mean, it was very disappointing. This was my husband's retirement party. He had retired with 48 years and 3 months. And so I really wanted to do it very nice. And I don't feel that I got that. She had asked me for pictures of him to be sent to her so that she can use them on the table. And that's picture number 2 of the text message that she sent me. And she only used one picture. The gift box was a total disaster. It looked like a child had did it,
Huh?
and that's picture number 36. And then
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, what was number 36? That's
the gift box.
gift box.
The
Okay.
gift box, yes.
So what was
Um,
in the gift box is just you didn't like the
for the
designing of the gift box?
cards, no, it's just it, it wasn't right. There, it was. It had wrapping paper on it. Okay, but it was so loose, it wasn't professionally done. And then it was a slot in the top where you're supposed to put the cards in, and you couldn't get the cards in because the slot was so small. And so it was just it wasn't right. Um, and then the biggest thing is I had rented the hall from 8 a.m. on August the 2nd until 1 a.m. August the 3rd. And and those would be pictures number 6, 7, and number 14, which I sent her the code on how she can enter into the hall and she can do what she needed to do and get it done. And that she wasn't done. Matter of fact, I asked her when she was going to be done with that, and she said I should be done by 2, but if I'm running a little late, it'll be 2:30 at the latest. Okay. And needless to say, at 6 o'clock, when my husband's event started, she was still there trying to decorate the hall. And I was very embarrassed because I put a lot of thought and money into this, and I didn't get what I expected. And I had then the photo backdrop where people go and take pictures with the honoree. I told her, if you look at text messages 13 and pictures 17 and 18, I told her that I wanted black, gold, and white balloons, and she said that would be no problem. But needless to say, there were not any. The balloons were mediocre. They were very few. They were sparse. And I sent pictures. I have pictures in there that show you what the backdrop looked like, which was picture number 34 and 35. And picture number 33 is what I was expecting, something similar. It didn't even have to be the same. That is not my issue, but it wasn't anything close to it. And and later I addressed her in text message, and I told her that I wasn't pleased with what she provided. And she said she was sorry that I was disappointed in it, but she said she didn't like the way Kelly. Now, this name Kelly is the person who is in charge of the hall. She didn't like the way she looked at her, so she got the balloons that she still had to put up. She took them and put them in her vehicle and drove off.
She did that over some looks? Emotional much?
And I'm like, you didn't like the way Kelly looked at you. I mean, she said she looked at me demeaning, and my point is that she didn't hire you. I'm the one who hired you, and I had an expectation of what it is that I was going to receive, and that's not what I received. And so she said that, well, I didn't like it, so I left. Unacceptable. And I can't speak for Kelly, but I would think that whatever she felt had nothing to do with her. And if she felt some kind of way, she could have came to me because I was there at the hall. And she did not do that. She just left. So a lot of what I was expecting, I did not get.
Okay. And when you say I'm sorry, you said Kelly, some gal named Kelly. Was this at the end just before the retirement party started? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, because see, what happens is, like anybody that's doing work, like our DJ, they were provided with the code that they can come into a certain door and set up and everything. Yeah. She was provided with a code to come in and do what she needed to do, and as early as 8 that morning, but she did not. The person that was in charge of the kitchen had the code, And so Kelly came back prior to the start of the party to open the main door for the guests to come in. And that's why she was there. And she said she didn't like the way she looked at her.
Okay. And was the actual time that Ms. Bashir was supposed to be there setting up, was there a time talked about? I mean, I know that, did you tell her at least that the retirement party was starting at 6?
She knew that. Yes, I did tell
Yeah.
her that it started at 6 and that the hall was available to her at 8. I found out that she also had another event that day. And I think that that's probably the reason why I didn't get what I was paid to, what I paid for, is because she may have overextended herself to a point where she didn't have enough time to do what she was supposed to do for me.
Well, maybe we'll find out soon enough.
The other thing is she had 2 young boys there to help her that from appearance they appeared not to know what they were doing, and they did more sitting as opposed to working.
Okay.
And so she really was basically there by herself, other than those 2 boys. That was, I mean, yeah, I was there.
Were you, I was just gonna say, and you were there, what time did you get there? What time were you there?
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know exactly what time I got there, but I would say about 2:30, because she said that was the latest that she was would be, and that if she was not done by 2:30, she would give me a call. Needless to say, she never ever gave me a call to say that she was running late or anything.
So what time do you, if you showed up there about 2:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
What time did Miss Bashir show up then?
She was there prior to that.
Oh, prior to you getting there. Okay. So she was there. You walk in and she's working, I guess. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
When
So I'm
you got,
anticipating that, well, okay, at 2:30, you should have been done at 2, and you said if you was going to if it was going to be running late, it would be 2:30 at the latest, but you're
okay.
still not done. Now I'm still there, and it's 6 o'clock, and Kelly says, Mary, do you want me to open up the doors? And I'm like, she said, because people are waiting outside. And I say, yes. I mean, that's not fair
I'm
to my
sorry.
guests.
And what time was that about? Which she said, do you want me to open up the doors? When was
6,
that? That
6
was at
o'clock.
6. Okay. Okay. Does that, I'll give you a chance to tell me anything beyond that, but is that pretty much a summary of what you're complaining of?
Yes, I didn't get what
Okay.
I paid for.
Okay.
And I also have a statement, I'm sure you see it already, from a person that witnessed the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't really use that without them here,
Okay,
so I'm
that's
not gonna look
fine.
at it. So,
That's fine.
let me hear from Miss Bashir, and then we'll see where we're at. Miss Bashir?
Good afternoon, Judge Goggins. I want to start this with saying I do understand one's perception is their reality. Okay. Miss Mary Davis Taylor
Not the whole government name.
reached out to me about doing her husband's retirement party. We went back and forth for a while on what she wanted, what she didn't want. She explicitly told me that she didn't not want anything fancy. He's simple. He's a simple guy. I didn't have to do, these big tall centerpieces, different things for the party. Okay. That was number one. As in reference to the welcome sign, the welcome sign was a welcome sign that I do a lot of times dependent upon the invoice pricing of the event. Now, she reached out to me by text and told me she thought it should have been in a picture frame. Well, she didn't pay for that type of a welcome sign in her package. I have a message here where she told me she had sticker shock when I sent her the first invoice. She wanted a setup for 300 guests. She had a budget of $1,500. That is $5 a person. Okay. I can't do that. I sent her the invoice. She said, I guess she couldn't afford it. I resent her another invoice where she took the amount of guests down. And in that invoice that I sent, I didn't even attach my setup and teardown fee to it. And I explained that to her. I have a text message where I ate the cost on that because I didn't put it into this invoice. So be it. So she really didn't pay the amount that was the actual amount, but I ate that and I was okay with it. It's business. It was my mistake. I'm going to just go ahead and do it.
And
She
wait,
told
I'm
me to
sorry, what was that now? That was what we're eating the cost of?
I didn't in the invoice that I sent her, the revised invoice. I did not implement the setup and tear down fee,
Oh, the setup and
which is
tear
my
down.
cost, which is my cost for doing the
Yeah,
event. Basically,
right.
when you
Okay.
do an event, they have to rent the items from me, and then I attach my cost
Yeah.
for everything, which I have a text message where I sent her what decorating entails. Okay. It's a lot of mental, physical preparation, cleaning, transporting, supplies, formulating, and all of that. Okay. It's a lot. So I let her know, when she was bothered by the price, what it entailed to try to get her to understand.
Okay.
So she accepted the revised invoice. Now, she sent me a message about 2, 3 days later saying that, oh, I'm tired. It was a big event, blah, blah, blah. I was very pleased with the event, except for outside of the tablecloths and decoration. She didn't like the welcome sign. She didn't like the card box. She didn't like the balloons. I sent her $100 back as a goodwill gesture because I did not want a disappointed client. She felt like that $100 was not enough. She received every item on the contract, on the invoice. There was nothing on the invoice she did not receive. I also added decorative napkins on my part to make the event come together. Now that is also out of my pocket, but I wanted to make sure the event was nice, even though she wanted it simple. When you're an artist, it's very hard to constrict your artistry for simple. So a lot of times when you decorate events, you'll add things for people and they won't even know it. Okay. Sometimes, or they won't know ahead of time. They'll know it when they get there. And that's what I did. I spoke with the guest that attended the retirement party the next day. I didn't even know she was there. She complimented how nice it was. She said she asked her husband, did he want a retirement party like that? And he said no.
I wonder why he said that.
Now, I guess I guess this is sued. I'm being sued for expectations and feelings because on the notice that I was served, it says she felt like she got the short end of the stick and because I had another event that weekend. That's not what happened. What happened is that she paid for simple and she received simple.
Eh?
She sent me a long text message telling me what she could have done because she did a party, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't respond to that message because I felt that it was a rant and event, to me. And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, it would have been okay if you could have just done your own event, especially after I've went through all this hard work, spending my money, ordering, losing money, not attaching my setup and tear down fee. That was almost a slap in the face. Okay. The young males who work for me on all my events. I can send you photos of my events. They are 17 years old. When she might have saw them sitting, that's okay sometimes, but they were not doing anything and I was not doing it all by myself. She was not even there the whole time. Okay, she didn't like the backdrop. I set the backdrop up first in one spot. Her son-in-law told me that I had to move it. I had to break it all down, re-put it back up, put curtains on it, blah, blah, blah. That took extra time. Okay, because I guess they were having a slideshow and that's what the slideshow was going to be, but she didn't tell me that ahead of time. She also didn't communicate to me that she told me she paid extra for them to open up the hall early. She never communicated with me. And I have a text message where she said to me, it was no need for me to let you know this. Yes, there was a need when you reaching out for a decorator for an event. That's what you're supposed to communicate so that I know that I could have gone in at 8 o'clock, but I did not. It was a very simple event. It wasn't a huge, huge event. It was a nice amount of people, but it doesn't take, 8 hours or so to do. And usually I just go in at will at my own time. And as long as I'm done before it starts, that's how it goes. There were no guests coming in when I finished. My pastor, I met him outside in the parking lot. He was pulling up and he wasn't in the building and I was going out from decorating. I don't know what guests she was talking about. There were not people sitting down. The DJ was still setting up. They were still preparing food. The slideshow people were preparing the slideshow. Now, I did send her money back for the balloons because I could have done the balloons fuller, but Kelly at the hall, she was on my back. She walked up to me. She told me, "You've got to be done now. The doors are opening up at 5:30. You have to be done now." And I said, "Well, Miss Kelly, no disrespect. There's people still setting up around the DJ, blah, blah, blah. I want to finish." About 15 minutes later, I'm attaching the balloon. She stands with her arms folded, glaring at me. I turned around, I looked at her, I kept doing it, and she just kept staring at me. And I explained that to Miss Mary, that I felt that was disrespectful, what Kelly was doing. Okay. And so then I sent her $100 back because of the balloons not being as full. I don't know why I'm on the Zoom call because she received every item that was in the invoice. I don't know why I'm on the Zoom call. And I can't believe that she is saying that it was mediocre because you asked for simple. And there was more than one picture. I have pictures of her husband on the tables. They were double side made. I paid a company, Zuddles on Bristol Road, I designed them and they printed them out double sided. Okay. They were different photos on each side. I don't know. What questions do you have for me? Because I'm listening and I can't believe that.
I do have one question with regard to the balloons. What you're talking about the balloons on the
So
backdrop?
there's some curtains that she told me she wanted curtains and some balloons. She never sent me a sample. I have all the text messages printed out. So for her to expect something she never showed, I don't know how that can happen.
Okay, so
Usually our clients that I deal with, they send me inspirations or inspos. She did not send me one for a balloon art. She just told me balloons and curtains because she didn't want it fancy. She didn't want this. She didn't want that. I mean, the whole road was, it was kind of rough. I'm not going to tell you, but I stayed professional. I stayed patient and all of that. But to sit here to hear her speak of me and my business like this, it kind of gets to me a little bit, but that's okay. I just want to get this over with because I couldn't believe it when the man walked up to me at my job and served me the paperwork.
We can't hear you, Judge.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Okay,
No,
now.
no.
Oh, I kind of moved away a bit. What
Okay.
with the what I guess I'm thinking of as the backdrop. It says happy birthday on it and it's got balloons around it,
No,
surrounded by it. What
no.
is
That's something I was sort of like expecting to get. That's not what
that's
I
the one
got.
you expected?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's
I
where
don't have a photo of that. She never sent it to me.
And
yeah.
you
And
never asked for one.
I don't
But-
You
listen.
never asked for anything. Anything that I tried to get together, I always had to initiate. Look, I'm not attacking you personally. Let's be real clear about
I don't
that,
want to go back and
because
forth either.
the
I
first
don't.
thing that I said to her in my text message was, I really, really liked the way you did the tables. Now, the things that I had a problem with, those were the things that I specified. So and I tell you one other thing. I never ever said anything about you or your company, because that is not what I'm about. I am not trying to defame you or
Okay.
anything like that, because that's
Okay.
not what I am. That's not
Okay.
who I
I
am.
take that. I take that. I take
Yes.
that.
And
I'll
so
take that.
no one knows anything about what you and I are, dealing with
Right.
right now.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about anybody knowing anything, Miss Mary. It's
I'm
just
just
that
saying
I
that
can't
that's not
believe
who
that you're
I am.
sitting
And all
there
I wanted was what I paid for.
and I gave
I
you
did not.
everything.
I
I
did
gave you
not.
everything.
You did not. You did not.
I don't okay, well we don't want to go. I don't want to go back and forth on
Guys,
this public court hearing. I
yeah,
don't.
let's just
That's not
guys.
professional.
Well, this whole case seems to have started over some balloons, and that's not professional.
It's
Yeah,
not. And
I don't
I
mind
don't
that
want
I
to
go
do
a
that.
little bit.
I
Hold
don't want
on.
to do this.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna start muting everybody. I don't mind venting a little bit because it sometimes that just needs to happen. But so that one photo I got that was just an idea of what you thought was going to be there, and then the ones
Something
that,
or
yeah,
something
sure, okay,
remotely
and then
similar.
and then the one Miss Bashir that you did do apparently that I had It looks like curtains are fairly tall. I guess it's probably what, 8 feet tall. The
Maybe
curtain
seven,
background.
maybe seven. I had it on one spot before and I moved it to another side.
Okay.
And I did not get to make the balloons as full. I,
Yeah, I
I
was saying
agree.
the
I
bulls.
agree there. I agree there. And I sent her
Okay.
$100 back for that. And
Okay.
that's not, I don't know if that's in your notes or paperwork, but I did send her money back. Now I want to know how she's comprising $500 out of that, of a card box, some balloons. And because here's the thing, Judge, with balloons, most people say it's just balloons. No, you have to buy the balloons, you have to blow them up, you have to have equipment,
Sure.
They had to be wrapped in blankets.
you have to formulate them, you have to twist them up, you have to buy bags to carry them in, they have to be
Yeah. So
transported, all
sure.
of that. It's not just balloons. But I gave her $100 back as a goodwill gesture because I felt like there I was wrong and at fault. But nowhere else do I feel like I owe her anything.
Okay. What about?
Not monetarily. Like monetarily, I already lost on this event because I added napkins and messed up and didn't put my fee on the invoice. And to me, once you make that mistake, is you just eat it. And I did that. Now, her bringing in another event has nothing to do with her event. That
Sure.
baffles me too. That has nothing to do with it to me.
Yeah.
I think she's looking at her expectations, and expectations are just that, yours. I did not receive any. It's so I can't believe it. I just want to go ahead and deal
Okay.
with
So
it and be
let
done
me
with
let
it.
me just ask you this then. The other one, the balloon thing, I can kind of work through. I do have the a picture of the retirement box, the box where envelopes were to be placed in. It does look not very professional.
Eh?
Looks like it's
I
kind of.
can't see it. I don't know when she took the picture. Did she
So I
take?
was going to ask, when was
I
the
don't know.
picture taken?
It was
After.
it was taken. Let me see. I'm
Kind
sorry.
of show you, Miss Bashir, on here. It's going to be kind of hard for me to get it up.
Okay.
But some of it gets to be subjective, but I can kind of show. You know what? Let me take that background off of mine. I think I can. See if I can do that. Video. I can. I don't know if I can maybe I'll do that or not. Can you see?
Can't, but that's not on the table. The tablecloths were black.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
taken
this is on the.
afterwards, so I can't tell you what was
Okay.
done to it, anything. That was afterwards. The table
There,
was on.
it,
There
it,
were. Are there flowers on the box?
There's a couple in the what there's two flowers on the top of it at the corners, and then there's
that's it.
one at the bottom of it.
Okay, so I can't see from the photo, but that wasn't taken at the place because the tablecloths were black
Yeah,
velvet.
it's sitting
No,
on the floor. That I will tell
the
you. The
Oh,
box,
the,
the
the
box was
photos.
not the picture of the box was not on the table. I did sit it on the floor to
Yeah,
take the picture. Yes, I
sure.
did.
Okay.
okay. So if that's, if to me, if that box was an issue, when you look at the invoice, I would give her the price of the box back. But I want to know how she's getting to $500. And the welcome sign was fine. The welcome
It
sign was
was
fine.
no, it was not fine. You can't. I mean, that's your
on,
opinion. I'm
on my
sorry.
end, on my
Yeah.
end,
Okay.
it
I
was
get what
fine
you're
because
saying. I get what you're saying.
I've done a plethora of welcome signs. Usually, the fancier the welcome sign, the more the ticket price is. And people specify that so I can charge them what it costs for that. You don't come back after and tell me what I could have done because you didn't ask for that. And you also definitely did not pay for that. And you also told me
And
you
when was
wanted it
I supposed to
simple.
tell you all of what I did not like when you got the when you took the balloons, got in your car and you or your vehicle and left? So there was no opportunity in for me to tell you I don't like this, I would like something different or whatever because I wasn't given it.
Definitely.
You never even came to me and said to me, Kelly is giving me some kind of look, which I don't know. So I don't know.
You know what, Miss Mary? You know what, Miss Mary? If you really want to know, everyone was dry on your end, including you.
Oh no, she didn't.
When you walked
Everyone
into
was what?
when you walked into the building, it was never hello, hi. okay, blah, blah, blah. It was nothing. And then another thing, when I came into the building, all the tables that I needed to be covered for food had all the food on it that you guys brought in. So I couldn't work with that area. Okay. So there was never a cordial, a nice, anything pleasant. It was very much very standoffish, but I'm okay with that. I've been a hairstylist for 30 years. I deal with a lot of energies and personalities. I still do what I have to do. Okay. And I kept going.
And she took the balloons when she left, huh?
When you reach out to a person with that you want something personally done, there are things that you should communicate. I asked. You told me simple. He's simple. He doesn't want much. He doesn't have to have this. You
How
wanted
much was
all
the
low. You
guys?
wanted all low centerpieces. I told you. Well,
How
it
much
is
was the hold on, guys. How much was the welcome sign?
the welcome sign. I'll have to go back and look at the invoice. It might have just been inside. Let's see. Hold on. All right, welcome
Or how
signs.
much was? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That basic welcome sign is about $35-$40 because I have to
She,
design.
she lowballing everything because she wants. She doesn't like
Lowballing.
the
Did
price
you
that
say low?
she doesn't
Did you
like.
say
She
lowballing?
does. She
Yeah, I
doesn't like.
lowballed myself on giving you
Okay,
the
you go
invoice
ahead and
price.
speak because
How
when I was
much?
trying to speak, you interrupted. So you go ahead.
Yeah, lowballing is exactly the word for what I should have charged you for the event. I explained to you that you didn't get the full price. You told me
You
you told me you had sticker shock. What did you expect for $1,500 for that many guests?
Well, I would expect my balloons at a minimum.
What did you expect for $1,500
Hey,
for that
guys,
many guests?
let's
I I'm
paid
okay,
not
we're gonna
eighteen
understanding.
start,
hundred. I paid
guys.
1,800. Let's be clear.
For
1,800.
how many guests? For how many guests?
1,800. 200. 1,800.
So that's not even what is
So,
that
so, so you talking about 15, but I paid 1,800. Let's be clear about that. And this is the thing.
because you did not get my
This
fee
is the
involved.
thing.
You
All
did
Okay,
right,
not get my
guys.
fee.
I can't speak when
I'm
she
gonna
speaks.
start muting everybody because I've lost control of this thing. I try to give you some chance to kind of vent a little bit. I got both of you muted. Let's just leave it at that. Miss Davis Taylor, how much did you pay for that welcome sign? I'm gonna unmute you again. Go ahead and unmute. No, you gotta unmute again. This is where we're gonna have issues.
You asked me what did I pay for it?
Yeah, what was the cost to you? What did she charge you for that welcome sign?
It's not like that. It was
Oh, it
18.
was,
Okay. It was
what
a
was that
18.
just part of the whole?
Yes, and
Okay.
it's what was included in that 1,800. And this is the thing. I feel like she's lowballing and saying that. So if she didn't like the box, well, the box is $35, and if she didn't like the
Well, the
sign, then
car, the whole,
this is that. But what I'm
yeah,
saying is that this was a once in a lifetime kind of event. This is
yeah,
something that I really wanted to do to honor my husband for his 48 years
yeah.
of working for General Motors. And so I put into what I felt like I did not get. That's how I came up with the $500. And then
Yeah.
there's a $40 processing server fee. Then there's a $30 filing fee. And then all the pictures that I provided with you so
Right.
you could see
Yeah.
the text messages that we had going back and forth, and also the pictures of what actually I received and what I did not.
Okay.
And so,
So hold on. Let me talk a little bit here.
okay.
The card box was you list, well, at least it was listed as $40. So that one I have a price on. That's the only reason I'm asking about the
But that's
welcome
her
sign.
price. You know what I'm saying?
But
So,
I understand, but that's what you sent me. That's what you sent me. So I'm guessing that card box
I
was
sent you, what did I send you? You said I
the
sent you
photo.
$40 for the,
No, on your photo, the photos you sent me for what the agreement was, your exhibits 29 and 30. I'm going right down those things.
mm-hmm.
And one of them lists the card box is $40.
So I don't understand where you're getting the
Well, I'm
$40.
just, ma'am, that's where I'm getting it from. Right off of it. It says gift box or card box. $40. Where is it here? Centerpiece, $40. Reserved. I think I saw 40. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that was. Oh no,
That's what
here. Yeah,
she
card
told
box. No,
you.
here it is. No, here it is. It's card
Where?
box. It's on 30. It's on number 30. Card box, $40.
I don't see the $40 that you're.
On exhibit, you marked it as 30.
Mm-hmm.
It says it starts out at the top, says backdrop, curtain display, balloons, $300. Welcome sign at $50. Card box, $40. See that?
I don't.
Well, do you have your exhibit 30 in front of you?
Um, the picture 30 is was the agreement. So
Right.
I
That's what I'm saying. That's your exhibit 30. That's part of that agreement. You got 2 pages of your agreement, 29 and
oh
30.
that's yeah, that's her agreement. Yes,
Well, isn't that what you agreed to?
I did. I did agree to that.
Okay.
Um, but it wasn't an individual kind of thing. It was all of it $1,800.
Well, I
And then
understand, but these are specifically listed as an amount. That's the thing. You got to bear with me. I'm going to go by what the two of you agreed
okay,
to,
all
and
right.
those are kind of specific listed amounts. That's
Mm-hmm.
all.
And she told me that her daughter does the boxes and she does a great job at it. So then I asked her in a text message, "Did your daughter do this box?" Because it the box she would never answer it. She would never answer if her daughter did it because it looks like a kid did the box.
Yeah. Okay. So, how was bar? The card box was sitting on a table, a gift table, it looks like. Is that right?
Yes, it was.
What did the gift, not the box itself, the card box, the gift table, what did that look like?
It just had a tablecloth on it and the box was sitting on top.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And she did um send me $100 back from through Zelle, and she said that she's sorry that I wasn't satisfied. And I told her, I said, well, it seemed like to me that you and I can communicate and we can come up with a happy medium that would be fair not only to myself but fair to you also. And she said, as far as she was concerned, I don't never have to contact her again. And I was like, wow. And it just so happened that we both go to the same church.
Oh, so this is why it's so personal.
And I was so taken aback by her not even wanting to even discuss this and try and come to a happy medium. I told her I don't want to have to go to a third party to have to decide this. And like I said, I don't have no hard feelings towards her. I'm just disappointed in what I actually received, but I don't have no hard feelings towards her, and I'm never going to say anything to anyone to try and discredit her or whatever. I mean, it's something that happened. I truly, truly do believe that she um, was overextended in the other thing that she had, because you don't get there to 2:30. How you going to do this? And I mean, yeah, I don't know what time she got there, but at 2:30 when I got there, she was there. But at 6, you still there, and you said that you would the latest you would be there would be 2:30. So that's the reason why I'm coming then, because I know that once she out of the way, then the people that's taking care of the food and everything can do what they need to do. And needless to say, they were not able to do that. Everything was behind, and it was embarrassing for guests to be there, and it just, I don't know. I really feel bad about the whole thing. And it's not, she keeps saying that as if I couldn't afford it or whatever. That's not the issue.
I never said that, Miss Mary.
That's not the issue of whether or not I can afford it or not. It's just that I had a budget. This is what I wanted. This is what I paid for. This is what I expected. And then, unfortunately, what I got is not what I paid for.
Okay. All right. With that, we're going to close there. This plaintiff's last final argument. I'm going to get off, make a decision for both of your sakes, and before we can move on. Okay.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
Do you have the total amount that I asked for? I'm not saying I'm going to get it.
I'm going to go off. Well, your complaint says 500.
Well, okay. So you don't do the processing service fee and the filing
well,
fee?
Those are going to be court costs. If I give you anything, it'll include the court costs and process serving, which is, I've got a $50 process serving fee, and I believe it's let's have it here. Your filing fee was somewhere
30.
Yeah, $30.
And
so,
yeah.
So I've got $80 in court costs.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Judge, can I say something before you go off?
One quick one.
Okay, as for when you're looking at the invoice where it tells you about the backdrop and the price of the backdrop, that price is included with rental of the backdrop stands, curtains, and then balloons. That's not just balloons.
Okay.
I just want to let you know
that whole
that.
setup. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. Give me a sec. I'll be right back on.
All right.
All right, guys. Okay, we can go back on the record. I had a chance to read my notes regarding this matter, and the complaint is asking for $500 for services not rendered, or that were in such a condition that they weren't rendered. Do find that there were some items that would, into Ms. Bashir's credit, she does admit that the balloon situation was not good. She did give credit for $100. I'm taking that in consideration with some of my judgment here. Do find that there is owed for the and again, Miss Davis Taylor, some of this is directly off of what was agreed to with the agreement. I understand what you're saying, it's $1,800 total, but there were some items that were specifically laid out at how much you were being charged for them. Card backs was $40 plus gift table of $10. I'm giving you $50 for that item. The welcome sign, $50 for that item. I'm giving $200 for the backdrop. That did need to have more done to it. That's being offset because there was $100 given back by Ms. Bashir as well. I'm giving you a total in damages of $300, court costs of $80 for a total of $380 based on those items. It's hard for me and I appreciate the disappointment with some of these items, but I've got to give you what was agreed to, what I can concretely say these items should be credited for. That's what we're doing here. Okay. So judgment for plaintiff in the amount of $380. Okay.
Okay.
And good luck to both of you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Bye.
Well, that hearing had a lot of drama to it. But one thing I was thinking about is the amount that she had to pay for the decorations. So you hear a welcome sign, a backdrop, some balloons, and things for tables. Does $1,800 sound like that's a good amount for that amount of stuff? Because she didn't even provide food. I'm not familiar with any of that. But if you are, put it in the comments and let me know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you around on the next one.